What is up, guys? This is the Gothic Kitten, and we are back on Onar's farm with the mercenaries, and we were supposed to talk to Torloff, and he's gonna put us to the test.
No idea. You tell me.
Put me to the test.
Did Lee send you to me?
He said you would help me.
Fine, so here we go. There are two things you have to do before you can join us. First, you have to prove that you're capable of mastering the tasks that you will have to fulfill as a mercenary. I'll put you to the test. And second, you have to earn the respect of the other mercenaries.
Same old thing all over.
Well, how can I earn the respect of the other mercenaries?
For most of them, it'll be enough if you fulfill your task and pass my test. But you'll have to find some other way of convincing some of them. Some will try and exploit your situation, and others may not like your mug. You should try to get along with as many of the boys as possible. But if nothing else helps, then you can always take part in a duel. If you win, you'll earn the respect of most of them. But watch out that you don't kill one of them by accident, because then you'll have a big problem.
Does that make sense?
What are the rules for a duel?
Quite simple. Both opponents have to have the opportunity to draw their weapons before the first blow. You can't just go and belt one of the men without warning. There has to be some sort of spoken challenge, an insult, or another reason to fight. None of the other men will interfere in a fight like that, unless one of the two gets killed in the duel.
What about you? Will you vote me in?
If you can prove that you can fulfill the duties of a mercenary, yes.
Nobody will learn.
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
Let's see. Wolf says he has nothing against you joining. It's Cord's opinion that you first need to learn how to handle weapons better. Cypher says that for him it was crystal clear that you'd get to join. Something seems to have made him really happy. You seem to have convinced Rod that you're strong enough. Sentenza will vote for you. He says you were a very reasonable man. Raul's against you. I think he can't stand you. I don't need to say anything about Silvio and Bolko. Those two morons are against everyone. Buster said you chickened out when he challenged you. That's not a good idea. Maybe you should go back to the outpost and challenge him. And Dar says you're a blabbermouth, but his vote doesn't count for very much here. The rest of the mercenaries haven't said anything. Most of them are just waiting to see if you pass the test. You're far from done, kid. If you want us to accept you, you'll have to do something for it.
It's actually so different, like in the town. If you want to become... We could have been the militia for a while already now if we really wanted to.
What are my duties as a mercenary?
Onar hired us for two reasons. He wants us to keep the militia off his back, and he wants us to keep things in order on his farms. That includes collecting the rent when the small farmers won't pay. So, what'll it be?
He really said that these days.
I'll get the rent.
Let me collect the rent.
Good. Listen, the farmer Sekab hasn't paid his rent to Onar for weeks. Onar wants him to cough up 50 gold pieces. Any questions?
Where is Sekob's farm?
In the north of the valley. Looking from here, that's to the right at the big crossroads. If you have problems, the farmers in the fields will help you find your way around the area.
Okay.
Is it really true?
So Raul didn't like me. Well, we don't like Raul either, though, so... And then Buster wants to fight us. I'm not too keen on that.
I'm no better off myself.
Yeah, farmer. Okay.
Hey!
Why do you hate
What do you
him?
want this time?
I'm no better off myself.
Been there, done that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
Nobody will learn anything.
And now!
Oh my God! That hurt!
Go ahead, hit back!
You're doing great.
Don't stop now!
Ooh! I jinxed us. I jinxed us so hard.
Go ahead, hit back! Oh! Go ahead, hit back! Parry then! That hurt! Let that be a lesson to him!
We were doing great, and then I jinxed us. But I'm like convinced we can do it.
away that weapon.
Oh.
Smart kid.
I got into it straight away.
Hey,
What do you want this time?
You just have to listen.
methinks I'm gonna punch you in the face.
What?
That's exactly what you need right now.
I've been too nice to you so far, haven't I?
I've got my own opinion about that.
Who thinks it's as easy as that?
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
I'm so nervous. I feel like we should be able to do
Defend
it.
yourself.
Sometimes he just doesn't want to block.
Let that be a lesson to him.
Okay. Maybe he's not the one we need to take on right now. But we will come back for you. Because we managed to take Rod, but then on the other hand, he did not have any weapons. But if we would have the rapier, I feel like we could pull enough time for us to get him. So we just need to do more quests and level. And explore and level. And just level.
Hey, you! I think your hide could do with another tanning. I don't like having my leg pulled.
Don't make me cry.
Hey, he wasn't allowed to... he wasn't allowed to hit me yet. Okay, granted, my bow is a weapon, but... Nice. Now, don't mess with me again. We really need to grill our meat. Eat this apple. We have time. He's not like waking up anytime.
Oh man, my head.
Yeah. Don't mess with me
Wait a
again.
minute.
All right, you're the better fighter. What do you want?
I want to go talk to Buster, who might also just totally annihilate us, but... What are we looking at? We need a lot of XP still. We need to find ways to level up fast. I want to get at least to that 50 dexterity so we can wield the rapier. Then I think the story is gonna go smoothly. That's just an estimate, I have no clue.
Yeah, he really said that.
Probably should mess with him, but hey.
I challenge you to a duel.
Aha! You won't take this sitting down, huh? All right. Come here.
Let him have it.
But he might be
Defend
better at
yourself.
one-handed than me.
Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Ouch! That hurt.
Not
That
bad.
wasn't, yeah, that wasn't too bad. They all just have regular bowls, though. What do I get for that? Sir?
Well, we'll see the next time. All right. You're the better fighter. What do you want?
I want to join the mercenaries.
Anyone who can whack as hard as you shouldn't have too much trouble around here. My vote doesn't count much, since I haven't been here for long. But when Lee asks me, I'll vote for you.
Lee is the leader of the mercenaries, isn't he?
Right. Hey, now I remember where I know you from. You were in the colony, too.
So I was.
I didn't see you when the Big Bang happened. Not for a while before that, either.
I had other problems.
You've missed out on quite a lot then. Things have changed since we were in the slammer together.
What became of the mercenaries in the colony?
Once the barrier was gone, Lee let us out of the colony. He said that nothing could happen to us if we all stuck together. And he was right. It wasn't too long before we found ourselves a cozy spot right here. The landowner pays us to beat up the militia from the city, and most of us would have volunteered to do that even without pay. But Onar feeds us all, and we can bide our time until we see a good opportunity to get away from this blasted island.
I want to find out more about the mercenaries in this region.
I can't tell you much about this region. You'd better ask the farmers. And as for us mercenaries, we have a very simple rule. If you can stand your ground, you're in. I think you're made of the right stuff to be one of us. But you shouldn't let it get to your head that you lucked out during our last fight. There are plenty of guys on the farm who are quite a bit better than I am. Sentenza, for one. He guards the entry to the farm. Whatever you do, don't pick a fight with him.
We figured something like that.
What about this Sentenza?
He'll try to squeeze some gold out of you when you come to the farm. He does that to all newcomers. And if I were you, I'd pay up. That's what I did back then. And the good thing was that he voted for me afterwards. One good turn deserves another, he said. I lost all my gold in the bargain, but it wasn't much to begin with. And I was glad of it in the end. I once watched him beat up a fellow who had decided not to pay him.
Thanks for the hint.
Indeed. Could it be worth anything to you?
Here you are, 5 gold pieces.
Thanks, man. Looks like I can take a few tonight after all. I won't forget this.
Yeah, don't forget this.
That was obvious all along.
I'm a reasonable person. Okay, so we fixed the Buster thing for the
no
votes.
secret.
All that matters
I guess that's something. And so he said go through to the right for Sekup's farm. When you're at the crossroads. So that would be the left from this side. If it can get us some XP, we're doing it. Still need a whole bunch. Let me do the math for a second. So dexterity, we need 15 dexterity. Still. Which is 30 learning points, so we need 3 more levels, which is actually a lot of... Hey. Which is actually a lot of XP. But we're gonna try. We're gonna roam the lands a little bit. Try to take on what we can. Do as much quest as we can possibly do.
So where are we headed then?
Are you the foreman here?
I'll give you one upside the head, you rascal. If you want to go ambling across my land, you'll pay me 5 gold coins, or you're in for a good thrashing.
I don't think so.
Your land? Are you the farmer here?
You can bet on that. Why else would I make you pay me a toll? I don't mind if you go ask the others about me.
Forget it. You won't get anything from me.
Then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to tan your hide.
Come on and try it then.
Well, in that case...
I just beat up mercenaries bigger than you. Oh wow, he's strong. Why did I get in this pickle? Ay. He's gonna take all my gold.
Well, at least you've got some gold on you.
How much gold did
I think I'll take your weapon.
Oh, you're so mean. Does that mean he has a better weapon next time? We should have just paid the 5 gold. Should have just paid up. But I did not save till after I... Guess we're just gonna have to take the loss. That hurts a bunch. Let's see. We should still have... we still have swords, so that's not the issue. We still have bows. It's just... He took all my money, though. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna redo this. I will be right back, you guys. Okay, we're back. But he already did the conversation and I gave him the 5 gold, so now he's chill. But I'm angry.
Hey, you! How are things?
Ah, a new face here on the farm. Has the old skinflint finally granted me an apprentice?
I'm not an apprentice.
Oh, I see. I'm not as young as I used to be, you know, and I've been waiting for a replacement for years. You aren't here because the neighbors are annoyed, are you?
What's the work you do here?
Oh, I guard the sheep, and I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. The animals are very loyal and very smart, you see. If you treat them well, they'll follow you for a lifetime.
Have you seen any bandits passing through here?
I certainly have. They passed along the edge of the field near Sekob's farm and entered the forest to the north. They were carrying loads of weapons. They looked like they were all set to win the war against the orcs. I'm just glad they stayed away from our farm.
What's the trouble with your neighbors?
Grass on this side of the big field is always so stunted and dry, so I mostly go to the big pastures of the other farmers. Ooh, the landowner doesn't mind, but Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, always makes a big deal out of it when I take the animals up there. He says Sekob should pay if I take his animals onto Bengar's pasture, but Sekob won't spend a measly coin for that, so I can't go up onto the plateau anymore.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I should talk to Bengar.
You do that for me? What will you tell him? I mean, I don't want any trouble, you hear?
We'll see about that. Where can I find the high pastures in Bengar's farm?
Follow this path and cross the big crossroad. If you stick to the right, you'll see a big outcropping of rock. Behind that, to the right, are the high pastures and the pass.
Everything else all right?
Oh, I can't complain. Thanks for asking.
So we have to do that for this guy. He's really nice.
Well, kiddo?
That's no way for a farmhand to talk to me. Just how often do I have to remind you?
I'm not a field hand.
And what do you want here? We have nothing. So you can just leave right now.
Is that how you always treat your field workers?
Of course, they need that. Whoever doesn't toe the line here gets thrashed. That's the way it goes.
There's this guy who demands a toll from every passerby, claiming he's the farmer.
Yes, I know. That's Bronco. He does whatever he wants. Not that I haven't pounded it into him 1,000 times that he should finally get back to work.
But
he just doesn't do it. My father's quite annoyed with me that I still haven't managed to persuade him to go back to work.
maybe I can help you.
Do you mean that? Okay, listen. If you can get Bronco to go back to work, I'll pay you, shall we say, 10 gold pieces? What do you say?
I'll say I'll do it. I say I'll do it once I have my rapier.
No problem, but I want more money.
All right, 20 gold pieces then.
No, that's fine for me.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
But hurry up about it.
Because he still seems like chill about it. This rain though. You guys have anything in here? You know, Lobar had a leather satchel in his farm. Is there anything on these, like, support beams? No? Okay, fine, fine. Now I'm gonna have to annoy your dad a bit more.
What are you doing on my land? There's nothing here to steal. Clear off.
Isn't there a piece of land in this blasted country that doesn't belong to anyone?
Go to work. Then maybe someday you can call a piece of land your own. But until then, kindly loaf around somewhere else.
This land belongs to the big farmer. You're only the tenant here. Onar wants you to pay your rent at last. You're several weeks behind.
What? And he sent a villain like you? Not even you believe that. Get out of here before I forget myself.
Excuse me?
I guess I'll have to tell Onar about this then.
I don't care. You can tell Onar I don't have anything. That's the sad truth.
Fork over the dough or I'll bash in your teeth.
You're not going after my purse, you criminal, not you.
What? Will he at least be easier to beat? I don't know. I'm doubting everything at this point. Now there's two options. Is I take his money and have the gold. However, I think I prefer to actually have him hand me the money. You know? Considering. We should have this fish turned into fish soup.
We'll see about that.
Hey!
All right, you win. What do you want?
I want your rent money.
Where do you have the money?
Don't hit me again, please. I'll do whatever you say.
We'll pay your rent then.
But, sir, I don't have anything. I'm just a poor wretch and half-starved. My last harvest dried up completely. I want to pay my rent, but I just don't have anything. Have pity.
Cut out that piffle. It rains here all the time and your larders are full. Pay your rent now or I'll kill you.
No, please, here, take the gold. I'll even add a bonus if you let me live.
See, that wasn't so hard.
I'm ruined.
Well, yeah, he literally has 1 gold left at this point. I'm sorry, sir, but you know.
Hey! Everything all right with you?
Well, it's so-so. My back hurts from all this hard labor. What are you doing here? I don't get visitors here all that often. Usually it's either some cutthroats from the mountains or those horrible malicious soldiers from the city. They've been raiding our farm rather frequently lately, but you don't look like you're one of them, or are you?
No, I'm not. But, well, how are you doing?
What are you doing here?
I've been asking myself that for several years. Sekab, my husband, has fallen out with everyone in the area by now. He's in debt everywhere, and so he steals goods from Onar's stocks and sells them in town. By now, he's accumulated a fortune with his underhanded dealings. What? And he works our field hands until their backs break. His own people call him nothing but slave driver these days. I'm not particularly proud to call myself the wife of Sekab. Believe me, sometimes I wish the barrier were still in place. Would you like to buy something to eat? Or perhaps something for hunting in the forest?
What can you offer me?
What do you want?
Ooh, wow. That's beautiful. Elm bow. Well, we'll take these. Is that milk? Okay, no. I'm tempted, but I can't buy it. I'm gonna try. I don't think she's gonna equip it, but then again, we never know. But I'm gonna save up for this one now. Again, we're gonna be saving up.
Barrier?
Well, it's the dome that used to enclose the old Valley of Mines. Many of the farmers and workers who committed a crime back then were simply tossed in there, and they never came back.
Why did the militia attack you on your farms here?
Because there's nobody there to prevent them from simply plundering our farms instead of buying our goods. The king is far away, and we just have to put up with working for Onar and hoping that Onar will send help when we really need it.
What does Onar's help look like?
Sometimes we receive warning in advance when some militiamen are planning to pay us a visit on their own account to rob us. Then we send somebody to the old landowner to ask him for help. And then usually, it doesn't take long for the mercenaries he pays to come here and chase off the militia. But when all is said and done, the mercenaries aren't much better.
Have you ever been at the barrier?
No, we only heard about it. Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, can surely tell you more about that. His farm is quite close to the pass which leads to the Valley of Mines.
How can I get to Bengar's farm?
Go ask Balthazar. He's our shepherd. He sometimes leads his animals to graze on Bengar's pastures up there. He'll be able to tell you how to get there.
Keep your chin up.
Take care of yourself and don't let them get to you.
We will try. I feel like we've done a lot again. We hate that guy over there. We're definitely still going to take him out if we can. But not right now. So next time, I think we're going to go to Bengar's farm and see what he has to say about the situation. And then hopefully get some more XP. Maybe soon I'll do an episode where we just roam the lands and hope to get more XP. Hope you guys had a great time. And I will see you next time on the Scratching Post.